Here we are, and it's just amazing. This, folks, is the Arctic Nomad, the Yukon Expedition Responder, and we are going to do a quick review and a little walk around. Arctic Nomad. So, this sled is made by Yukon Expedition Sleds, and let me stop right here and tell you two things. One, okay, shop local, Yukon Expedition Sleds, made in Canada. Start buying Canadian products. Try and support local. Number two, I bought this sled with my own money. Every cent of it, hard earned. When it comes to living in the Northwest Territories, north of the 60th parallel, and trying to survive, yes, hard earned. So let's just do a quick little walk around here. Here we go. There's the hitch, best hitch ever. Now, I've owned this sled for approximately, I don't know, quite a few years now. 5, 6, 7. And when I say this is a great hitch, it's a great hitch because I have used every hitch in the market. Helps keep the sled up above the snow. You know, some really cool features right here. We've got the main little pin that goes to your flapper with the safety pin and a spare one right there. Lose it in the snow, you don't have to go digging around in your skidoo box or messing around wherever. It's right there, accessible. Now, just a quick tip. If you take the sled, if you unhook it for any reason, do not put this in your pocket, off to the side, anywhere. Just dummy hook it back in, even if you're unhooking for a second, because if it goes down in the snow, you're never gonna find it. Just dummy hook it, save yourself the trouble. Super handy grab handle. Anyways, I don't want to get into too many details about all the features of this sled. I want to show you why this is the best sled on the market and why I'm the one that you should listen to in terms of this review, that there's some credibility behind this, because I have abused this sled. No one has abused a Yukon Expedition sled more than I have, and I'm just going to give you a little picture of what I've been doing with it for the past X number of years. So first thing, we do have these straps here. Now, right now my sled will come to the back here. It looks like a piece of junk all bowed out. You know, look at that. But that's because I'm hauling firewood, and I like my sides to bow out because then I can haul more. But you know what? It doesn't deform the sled at all. Simply take one of these straps. Okay, here we go. We're going to hook this strap back into this buckle. Just bear with me, folks. Sorry, just having to do this with one hand. Hook it in. Grab it. Pull. Pull. And pull. And pull. So as you can see, you could have any number of these. Now let's just look at that, okay? We've sucked that side back in. We can do it here, we can do it up there. Leave the sled like this for a day or two, maybe more, I don't know, not very long, and unhook those straps, and it literally takes the shape of what it was like brand new. Forms right back. Now I have bent these sides down flat, hundreds and hundreds of times. Let me just set my camera down here. I have bent these slides flat hundreds of times, you know, and you can't wreck them. You can do whatever you want. You can beat this sled. You know, this is solid metal. Who cares? You can't wreck it. I just simply reattach the straps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many, or tarp straps. Suck it up. Put all my gear in. Say I'm going off hunting. And stays in that perfect shape. Again, when I'm hauling firewood, it bows out a little bit. I don't hook straps because I don't bother really tarping my loads. Anyways, yes, there we are. So, we got a grab handle back here. A lot of really well thought out features on these sleds. You know, grab handles on the sides. And to be fair, right now we're only reviewing the 9.5 foot Arctic Nomad. I also own the Responder. I own several of these sleds, and today we're just reviewing this one. Although in terms of durability, they are all identical. I don't have the rub rails in this one. I'd really like to get a set. They can be handy. One time I was so abusive, I actually pulled out my side. I ripped the plastic. Didn't really break, it just stretched in this washer, the small one. It popped through the hole. So I didn't even drill new holes. I used the old ones and just put a bigger washer and clamped it back down. And away we go. You got all these handy fuel partitions. Yeah, yep. So let's show you what I do with this sled on a daily basis, day in, day out. By the way, that's the Stihl 400 magnesium pistons. Great chainsaw. And that is my firewood measuring tool. Kind of a handy little gimmick. I know most guys probably don't use one, they just eyeball it, but simply goes on there. You pull that thing in and out to the desired length, and then as you're going down the tree, just zip, 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 you make little notches, and then you cut it after that. Pretty cool. So back to the Yukon Expedition. What does this sled receive on a daily basis? Let me show you. Just set our camera right here. So, let's just get this a little closer to our wood pile. That might do. Okay, so most people with their fiberglass sleds or Canadian Tire junk, they take their wood, they gently set it in, you know, they pet their sled a little bit and hope that they didn't crack anything, and then they go get another piece, and when they're unloading, they do the same thing. They gently get each piece of wood out. This sled, you don't have to do any of that. You simply grab a piece of wood, hopefully you can see this, and you throw it. Boom! Look at that, it fell right out. Boom! And sometimes you miss and you hit the side. Boom! And sometimes just for fun, when you got friends over, boom! Boom! And if you're angry, you can take it out on the sled, and you know that unlike taking it out on your wife or your kids, there's no consequences. So, wood in the sled. Wood in the sled. Wood in the sled. Just chuck it. Who cares? See, now I don't have to pick every piece up and walk and walk and walk to my sled. I just throw it in from wherever I'm standing. Wood in the sled. Wood in the sled. Look at that one, I hit the side. I'm over 12 feet away. Boom. Score. Yes, this is a quality product. Look at that. Yeah. Say I want some at the front of the sled, just throw it in. Back of the sled. Oh, look, there's a hole right there. I need to fill it up. Side of the sled. Front of the sled. Middle of the sled. One after another. Look at this. It's a good sized piece of wood. In she goes. So there you have it, folks. That's the Yukon Expedition. There's the Yukon Expedition, and when Yukon Expedition Sleds says we have a durable product, they're not lying. Years and years of using and abusing the sled. Now this is a tiny load. Normally my loads are just heaped as high as I can get them and as heavy as I can get them. And I'm telling you, I have abused this sled. Straight up hills, through trees, rolled it down cliffs, hauled thousands of loads of wood out of the bush, and it does the job. Now, I'm not suggesting that we all treat our sleds this way at all. I am just trying to point out why this is a good buy. That's it. Why you buy once and you're done with it. You're never gonna have to go replace your fiberglass sled or your poly whatever garbage you might have bought. You buy this, buy once, cry once, you'll have it forever. I actually own one of the first Yukon Expedition responders, and actually no, I own the very first one, and I'm hoping one day, 10, 20 years when they're a big company, they'll want all their first models back and they'll ask me for mine and send me a new one, because I own the very first Yukon Expedition responder ever made. This is my little skidoo box. Keep my chainsaw and all my gear in there, organized. This is the Tundra, by the way, 600 Ace. One of the most amazing machines ever built. Never let me down. So if you guys have any questions, you want to know the ins and outs of the Yukon Expedition sleds, I've got them. Let me know, post your comments. I'll answer them. I will answer them to the best of my ability. There's a lot of fine features about these sleds that I didn't really show you in the video, but I really just wanted to show you the durability, and that's really what counts. Anyways, that is the fading Northwest Territories sun north of the 60th parallel, and as it starts to drop, I had better finish loading my sleigh and head up the river back home, which is that direction, long ways away. And I don't want to be out too late after dark. And it's also getting a little chilly on my fingers holding this camera. So to finish off, one last kick for the video. Yukon Expedition sleds. Quality product.